Good morning and welcome to the BBNJ workshop. We're here at Radisson Hotel, Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Ariana Bire. I am the High Seas Youth Ambassador for Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm joined here today with Ms. Derval Barzay, the host of Climate Conscious Podcast. Thank you for joining us here today. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Okay, great. So from your experience with your Climate Conscious Podcast, right? How do you use your platform to elevate ocean and climate narratives, particularly among Caribbean youth?
So the Climate Conscious Podcast is a digital platform focused on amplifying Caribbean narratives around climate change and wider sustainable development. And I use that platform to really engage persons, including youth, especially youth, but other stakeholders as well, building awareness around climate change, and that includes our oceans. And it's an avenue where persons can, exchange information, they can share stories, they can advocate for solutions. And it has featured, for example, we've spoken about life below water, and also deep sea mining with Khadijah Stewart from Trinidad and Tobago, as well as Davia Hilton from Jamaica. So it's really bringing information, important information around environmental sustainability and especially our oceans, given that we are small island developing states. It's helping listeners to really understand the connections, understand what is at stake, and most of all, understand the actions that can be taken to protect our oceans.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. So in my experience as a youth ambassador, I find I get some indifference towards the youth in promoting and advocating for ocean conservation and protection. So in your experience, why do you think it's important for young people to understand the connection between climate justice and ocean governance?
Very good question. So when we speak about climate justice, we're speaking about the unfair burden that certain sectors, certain communities face due to climate change, and we're advocating for more inclusion in climate leadership. And similarly, when we look at our oceans, there are certain populations that are, intimately connected to our oceans and definitely more vulnerable when our oceans are being negatively affected. And therefore, they should also be involved in leadership, policy making, decision making when it comes to protecting these ecosystems. So it's important for youth to understand that their lives and livelihoods are connected to our oceans, and therefore it's in their best interest to become involved in protecting it, to become involved in holding our leaders accountable to ensure that they make decisions in our best interest.
Thank you so much. So with the advent of technology, there has been an inclination towards social media and social media advocacy among youth like myself. So how do you think podcasting and digital media can help demystify treaties like the BBNJ agreement or the High Seas Treaty?
Well, I think podcasts are a great resource to demystify these treaties and other treaties because it brings the information directly to persons. And it's an evergreen resource, right? So if I publish an episode today, next year somebody can find that resource on YouTube, on any podcasting platform, and they can listen to it while maybe doing some housework and get an understanding. I'm very intentional in my podcast, and I think other podcasts do it as well, to break down the technical information and help to deconstruct it so that the average person who isn't a marine biologist or isn't a climate scientist can understand what it means, what is at stake, and then they are better able to lobby, to speak to persons who hold the reins of power to advocate, why aren't we signing on to the BBNJ? This is important, but they need to understand how it connects to them. And I think podcasting and social media provides a platform for that through digital storytelling, through sharing of information, and through building awareness, which is the first step to action.
Okay, great. So I just want to say thank you, Ms. Derval, for sharing your amazing insights into such a critical topic, and thank you for being here with us. We hope you join us in the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.